Here we go then with another video that might be a little bit controversial. I'm expecting what happened to me a few weeks ago on X, where people will quote this video without even watching the video. And yeah, pretty much what I want to talk about is how coming up on the 22nd of February, it does represent what I feel like is going to be Splatoon 3's final chance to bring in as many people as possible, or bring back people who did play the game but then dropped it for whatever reason. The reason why I say that this side order DLC is going to be the final chance is because I don't feel like seasons or even Splatfest or even events like Big Run, I just don't feel like they are going to be the events that will bring in new people to the game. It's going to be this big story DLC. If it's not going to be this DLC, then I don't feel like anything will help to sort of revive Splatoon 3's fortunes in terms of bringing in new people to the game, because it does feel like over the past year, if you do look at the sales for Splatoon 3 in regions outside of Japan, and even in Japan, the game has sort of slipped down the rankings a little bit. It does feel like the game is struggling to sell more copies. We don't know at this time of recording. Like, we don't know past like the 3-month sort of figure, I do believe, for the game, that we know that the game has sold 10 million copies in 3 months. We don't know at the moment if the third installment has outsold what the second installment did. And looking back at the Octo Expansion DLC for the second game, I really do feel like it was the high point for the series. It definitely did bring in a lot of people. My channel sort of blew up because of the DLC. It got a lot of buzz online, and yeah, I'm hoping the same sort of thing will happen with the side order DLC in terms of the buzz it will create online. I'm hoping it will bring in the general Nintendo fan base to check out Splatoon 3 once again, because I do feel like people outside of our community maybe dropped the game maybe a month or two in and haven't really looked back. Like I said, if anything is going to bring people back or bring new people to the game, then it is going to be this DLC. I'm sure Nintendo are hoping for the same sort of impact as well, that the side order DLC, people will get interested in that, they want to check it out, and then they buy the full game and then the expansion pass as well. Or like what I said earlier, if people did drop the game, they want those people to come back and buy the expansion pass. But yeah, let me know your opinion in the comment section below. I really do feel like this is the game's final chance to get that buzz from the wider gaming community. Since the recording of the video, we do have updated sales figures for Splatoon 3. So pretty much up until the end of December last year, 2023, the third game did sell 11.71 million units, and this was the first updated sales data we did get for a year, because at the end of December 2022 we did get some sales figures for Splatoon 3 that it did sell from launch, which was around about 3 months. It did sell 10.67 million. So in around about a year, the third game did sell around about 1 million units. Now currently the second game is still beating the sales of the third game. It is sitting at 13.33 million units worldwide since the game did come out in 2017. So yeah, pretty much there is a gap between the third game's sales and the second game's sales of around about 1.4 million units worldwide. So yeah, I definitely do feel like the side order DLC represents the third game's best chance to bridge that gap to match the sales of the second game. I don't feel like a season or any update whatsoever outside of the single player DLC will have that big of an impact. I don't feel like any Splatfest, like what I have talked about before, I just don't feel like that sort of stuff will do enough to bring in new people to the third game. The one thing probably counting against the side order DLC having the same impact as the Octo Expansion DLC is the time from reveal to release. Octo Expansion DLC was revealed and released in around about 4 months, whereas with the side order DLC it will be a year from reveal to release which does dampen down the hype a little bit. But yeah, I definitely feel like this is the game's final chance to make as much sales as possible. Who knows, maybe it will bridge that gap. I guess we will not find out until this time next year. But let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. Do you feel like the third game will outsell the second game in terms of sales? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below.